creating a PMSI. Now, we talked about this a little bit before. We'll talk about it much more. A PMSI arises when a creditor provides financing for a debtor to acquire the collateral, which is then used as security for the loan. There's two ways in which this will be created. First off, the creditor sells the collateral on credit, retaining a security interest. In this situation, the creditor provides the debtor with the collateral on credit terms. The debtor then takes possession of the collateral and agrees to repay the loan over time. And then the creditor retains a security interest in the collateral until the debtor fully repays the loan. An example here would be a car dealer sells a car to a buyer on credit. The buyer takes possession of the car and agrees to make monthly payments for the next 5 years. The car dealer retains a security interest in the car as a PMSI until the buyer has made all the required payments. That's a pretty straightforward first one. Next up, the creditor advances funds used by the debtor to purchase the collateral. In this case, the creditor provides the debtor with the funds to purchase the collateral from a third party. The debtor then uses the borrowed funds to acquire the collateral, and the debtor takes a security interest in the collateral as a PMSI. Example here, a bank provides a loan to a small business owner to purchase new equipment for their business. The business owner uses the loan proceeds to buy the equipment from a supplier. The bank then takes a security interest in the equipment as a PMSI until the business owner fully repays the loan. Now, the key question to determine if a PMSI exists is whether the debtor purchased the collateral with the creditor's money or the creditor's credit. If the debtor acquires the collateral directly from the creditor on credit terms, such as the car dealership, or if the debtor uses funds provided by the creditor to purchase the collateral from a third party, a PMSI is created. This PMSI gives the creditor priority over other security interests in the same collateral, provided it is perfected correctly. Also, we need to understand the process of perfection, how to make sure we are doing it correctly so we don't mess it up and miss out on getting that money back in case of default. Let's talk about perfecting. We want to know the process of perfecting because, like I just said, if we don't do this properly, then we may be kicked out of the process. Now, a PMSI, it's a type of security interest that arises when a seller or lender extends credit to a debtor to purchase goods and takes a security interest in those goods as collateral for the loan. Repetition is how we're going to learn, whether it's repetition through our multiple choice, spaced repetition, Sims, all of that, or it's just me going through the lessons. That's how we're going to learn, and we're going to do quite well. Now, the perfection process for a PMSI depends on the type of collateral involved. We got some general steps here. First, you want to file a UCC-1 financing statement. Generally, on the exam, it'll just say file a financing statement. The creditor must file this financing statement with the appropriate state agency, which provides public notice of the creditor's security interest in the collateral. The financing statement should identify the collateral by its type or description and should indicate that the security interest is a PMSI. Next up, obtaining possession or control. Now, if the collateral is tangible property, the creditor may perfect its PMSI by taking possession of the property or by obtaining control over the property. Now, control can be established in a variety of ways, such as by actually taking possession of the documents that control the disposition of the collateral, such as a bill of lading or a warehouse receipt, or by having the right to transfer the collateral without the debtor's further consent. Next up, timely filing. Got to make sure you get your paperwork in time. That is super important. For some types of collateral, such as inventory or equipment, the creditor must file its financing statement before the debtor takes possession of the collateral in order to have priority over other creditors. This is known as the first to file or first in time priority. And then lastly, notice to other creditors. If the PMSI is in inventory, the creditor must send a notice to all other secured creditors who have filed a financing statement covering the same inventory. The notice must be sent within 5 years before the debtor receives possession of the inventory, and it must have a description of the collateral and a statement that the creditor has or expects to acquire a PMSI in the collateral. Now, in summary here, a PMSI, this is a security interest that arises when a seller or lender extends credit to a debtor to purchase goods. In order to perfect a PMSI, the creditor must generally file a financing statement, obtain possession or control of the collateral, and comply with all of these applicable notice requirements. Hey there! Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material? We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.Examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because Who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit CPA.Examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.